discuss about the class Arachnida. Okay, that is related to phylum is Arthropoda. What is that? Phylum Arthropoda. And the subclass is Chilopoda. The subphylum Chilopoda. And class is Arachnida. Okay. In this session, in this Arachnida class, they are mostly terrestrial. They are terrestrial. They live on land. Okay. Their body is divided into prosoma, mesosoma, and metasoma. Metasoma are abdominal appendages. Means in them body is anterior side, that is called as prosoma. Okay, and in mesosoma and metasoma. These are the parts of a body. In that these metasoma, they are also called as abdominal appendages. Means in the prosoma they contain 6 pairs of appendages. Okay, first pair they are called as Chelidae. And next pair, one pair, second pair, that is called as pedipalpi, and remaining 4 pairs of appendages, they are developed as walking legs. Okay, means in prosoma region they contain 6 pairs of appendages. Okay, 1 pair of Chelidae and next pair, that is pedipalpi, and remaining 4 pairs they are developed as walking legs which help in the locomotion. And in mesosoma they contain the appendages and they are developed as book lungs. And in metasoma or in abdominal appendages, they are developed as spinnerets. Mainly in spiders. Okay, in spiders they contain these spinnerets which help in the production of a thread-like structure, which they produce the production of a thread. In the posterior side they contain the silk glands. They contain in silkworm and in spiders they contain silk glands which produce the thread-like structures in the spiders and in silkworms. Okay. Next, in the respiration, they respire through the book lungs and example in spiders and in the scorpions. In scorpions, they respire through the book lungs, and in some spiders they respire through the trachea. Means in them they contain the tracheal respiration. In the respiration, 2 types of respiratory organs, book lungs and tracheal. Book lungs, they are in spiders and scorpions, and in some spiders they respire through the trachea. Okay, and next in them the respiratory pigment is that contain the copper. So in them the blood color will be blue color. blood in blue color. That is hemocyanin. That is hemocyanin. And in them they contain the coxal glands. They help in the excretion. In the excretion, they contain the coxal glands and green glands, and also Malpighian tubules. They contain the Malpighian tubules. Okay, this is about the arachnida. Examples. What are the examples? Example: Palamius. Palamius, that is the scorpion. Scorpion. And Arania. Arania. Spider. These are the examples of arachnida. Okay. These arachnida, that is related to phylum Arthropoda and subphylum Chelicerata. In Chelicerata they contain the Xyphosura and they contain two classes, Xyphosura and arachnida. Already we discussed about this Xyphosura. Now it is about the arachnida. That class is the arachnida. In arachnida they are mostly terrestrial and body is divided into prosoma, metasoma and mesosoma and metasoma. In prosoma they contain the head part. In that head part they contain the 6 pairs of appendages. Okay, they contain 6 pairs of appendages. One pair is developed as chelicerae and the next pair is developed as pedipalpi. And 4 pairs of appendages, they are developed as walking legs and they help in the movement. And in mesosoma, the appendages are developed as book clamps. Next, in metasoma, these abdominal appendages, they are developed as spinnerets. Okay. In them we can see these in spiders, mostly spiders and in silkworms. Okay, they help in the production of silk, production of thread-like structure, and in silkworm, that is a silk. Okay, they contain the silk glands in them. Through that they produce the thread-like structures. And next, here in them the respiration is through book lungs and tracheal. Book lungs in spiders and scorpion, in tracheal, that in some spiders we can see the tracheal respiration. And respiratory pigment, they contain the copper. In human beings we contain the hemoglobin. Our that is in red color, but here in them that pigment is hemocyanin, that contain the copper. So their blood is in blue color. In excretion they contain the, mostly they excrete through the glands, coxal glands and green glands and the Malpighian tubule. Now next subphylum, that is Mandibulata. Next subphylum Mandibulata. They are mostly aquatic. In them, in the aquatic, they are marine. They live in marine water and in fresh water. And they are terrestrial also. Means they live on the land. In them, their body is divided into cephalothorax, and abdomen, or head, thorax and abdomen. Means in them the body is divided into cephalothorax, means head and thorax are combined, that is cephalothorax, and that is the abdomen, next part abdomen, or they are distinct head is present in them, that is head, thorax and abdomen. The respiration is through gills and tracheal tubes. Okay, means in Mandibulata, these are the main characteristics. They are aquatic. In that aquatic, marine and freshwater, and some are terrestrial. And in them, body is divided into cephalothorax and abdomen, or head, thorax and abdomen. And in them, respiration is through gills and tracheal tubes. Now here the Mandibulata is divided into 4 classes. It is divided into 4 classes. They are Crustacea and Chilopoda, Diplopoda and Insecta. Here the subphylum Mandibulata is divided into 4 classes: Crustacea, Chilopoda, Diplopoda and Insecta. Now we see the characteristics of the different classes. In this Mandibulata, they are divided into 4 classes: Crustacea, Chilopoda, Diplopoda and Insecta. These are the 4 classes in the Mandibulata subphylum. Okay. Now about the Crustacea. In this the crustaceans, they are mostly aquatic. They are aquatic, means they live in water, and their body is they are cephalothorax, means head part and thorax region are combined. That is cephalothorax is covered by carapace. It is covered by carapace, and in them they contain in some crustaceans the body is covered with the exoskeleton. That exoskeleton is made by calcium carbonate. That is made with the calcium carbonate. So they are strong, which they protect the internal organs. They contain the exoskeleton. Okay. Example: crabs and lobsters. In crabs and lobsters, the exoskeleton is made with the calcium carbonate. In them, the respiration is through gills, excretion through green glands, and antennary glands. In them, the cephalic region they contain the means head part that contain the 2 pairs of antennae and 1 pair mandibles and 1 pair 2 pairs maxillae. They contain 2 pairs of antennae and 1 pair of mandibles and 2 pairs of maxillae they contain. In the cephalic region they contain, and in them the development is indirect, means in them they contain the larval stages. Okay, development is indirect. What are the examples? Paleomon. I will write here Paleomon, prawn and crab. This is about the Crustacea. In the Chilopoda, they are called as centipedes. They are called as centipedes. Means centipedes means they contain 100 legs. They are 100 leggers. They are terrestrial and air breathing animals. Air breathing. In them, the body is divided into head and trunk. The body is divided into head and trunk. In this, the head, cephalothorax and thorax region. But here, body is divided into head and trunk. This trunk part, they contain segments. They contain the segments. In each segment, they contain one pair of. Each segment they contain one pair of clawed appendages. Means they contain the legs for each segment. Each segment that contain the claw, they contain the claw also. Pair of clawed appendages they contain. And in them, the first pair of these appendages, they are poisonous. First pair of legs of trunk, they are poisonous. They contain these appendages, they contain the poisonous, and in them the respiration is through gills. They respire through the gills and they respire through the tracheal tubes. Tracheal tubes. Class Diplopoda. These are called as millipedes. These are millipedes. Here these are centipedes. Here these are millipedes. Means in them they contain 1000 leggers. They are 1000 leggers. In them they are also here these Chilopoda and Diplopoda. They are terrestrial and air breathing. Terrestrial and air breathing. In them, they are mostly feed on the decayed plant material. Feed on decayed plant material. Decaying plants. Okay. And next, body is divided into head and trunk. In the head part, they contain one pair of maxillae antennae and one pair of mandibles and one pair of maxillae. In them, the trunk, they contain these maxillae. The maxillae are first pair of maxillae. In them, the maxillae are modified as gnathochilarium. They are modified as gnathochilarium. These maxillae are modified as gnathochilarium. In them, the trunk, they are segmented. Okay, each segment segmenta they contain the trunk part, they contain segmented. Okay, that each the segmented, the each segmenta is they contain the two pairs of legs. Here they contain only one pair of legs, but here in them they contain two pairs of legs they contain. In them respiration is through tracheal tubes and excretion like Malpighian tubules, same as it is excretion and by Malpighian tubules. And in them, example, they are Julus. Okay. Next, the Insecta. It is the largest group. It is the largest group of animals. Okay. In them, they are cosmopolitan, means they can live in any region, any area they can live, except they are called as cosmopolitan. But they are absent in the marine water. They are not present in the except marine water. Remaining all places they can live. Except marine water, they can live in any area. And here the body is divided into head and thorax region. In the head part they contain the one pair compound eyes. They contain the one pair of compound eyes and one pair antennae and one pair mandibles and one pair maxillae and unpaired labium is also present. Labium means a tongue-like structure is also present. Unpaired labium is present in the head region. In the trunk region, that they contain the three segments. These three segments, they contain each segment they contain one pair of legs. Each segment one pair of legs. Means in them total 6 legs are present. So it is also called as hexapoda, means they contain the 6 legs. Okay, they are also called as hexapoda. Hexa means 6. They contain the 6 legs. Okay. Next, in them they contain one or two pairs of wings. One or two pairs of wings are present in them, but in some that are absent. In lepisma. In lepisma, that wings are absent. The lepisma, that is the silverfish. In silverfish, that are absent the wings. And next, in them respiration is through tracheal tubes and excretion through Malpighian tubules. In them the Malpighian tubules are helping the excretion. They are uricotelic. They are uricotelic. Means they uric acid they conserve the water. So they help in the conserve the water. Because of uricotelic they conserve the water. And example, they are development is indirect, and they also shows the metamorphosis. They shows the metamorphosis. Example, periplanet. Cockroach. In cockroach we can see the metamorphosis. Example, Periplanet americana and muscan. It is a